Dear students, today we are going to study the 8th session of Computational Thinking and Programming, Unit 1 of our syllabus. And today we are going to have some hands-on practice on the various concepts which we have studied in the last sessions. So we are going to recall what we have learned in the previous class. In the previous class, we have learned about modules. We have seen what modules are, what is the use of modular programming, and how to use modules, the various functions which are eh, defined within the modules, the attributes, and also we have learned how to design our own modules. And we have used the import statement to import the functionalities of various modules. We have also seen a simple math module, and we have used the function sqrt and the value of pi which is written within that module. So today in this session we are going to learn some programming based upon the concepts which we learned in the previous sessions. So we will try to make 4 to 5 programs which are based on the earlier concepts which we have studied, and that will give a more clear overview of the concepts which we have studied, because practical programming is also necessary. So first of all, we will try to make a hello world program. Hello world is the basic program in any programming language, and that is just to print the string hello world. So it will include only one line of code. We are going to see how can we do that. Then secondly, the second program is that we have to add two numbers. This is also a very basic and simple program. You simply know how to add two numbers, but here we are going to make two programs or two versions out of it. First of all, without user input, and second, taking user input, and third, Python program to find the square root of a number entered by the user. So to find the square root, either we can use the exponent operator or a math module. So both the concepts we are going to see. And then in the last, a Python program to calculate the area of triangle given its side. So this also we are going to see how can we calculate the area of a triangle using Heron's formula, because sides are given. Otherwise we can also use values for a right angle triangle, but that will be a special case of a triangle. So we are going to see the general formula, Heron's formula, and in that also we are going to use some functions. So let's begin with the first program, Python program to print hello world. So this is a comment, I'm typing this comment. This program prints hello world. So it is good to write the comments in the beginning of the program. And this second statement is print hello world. So we have simply executed this statement and we got hello world. Now we have to add two numbers without taking user input. So let's again, inside the comment, let's write this program adds two numbers and without taking user input. Let's assume that number one is equal to, let's assume that number one and number two, that they are two variables which you are using in a program. Number one is 1.5 and number two is 6.3. And then what we need to do is add two numbers. So we take a variable sum is equal to num1 plus num2, but it is good to convert them into float. Either you can write num1 plus num2, because here we are not taking user input, but later on we will see that this format is very good to convert any values into float. Now display the sum, print. Now in this statement we are going to see how can we use placeholders, as we have studied in the output formatting. The sum of, here braces are to be used, sum of whatever values we have to substitute, number 1 and number 2, we have to print the sum of number 1 and number 2, whatever numbers are there is sum. So the sum of braces and braces is, so here we need to use the indexes 0 and 1, or their known as placeholders values is this 2. So in the first position we are going to write num1. In the second position format function is to be used. Okay, so inside format we are going to pass arguments num1, num2 and sum, so that the values will be substituted in the placeholders. Now format function, I've already told you that it is used for formatting the output. So let's execute this program and see how it works. So here you can see that the value of 0, 1 and 2 are substituted by num1, num2 and sum. So this is the way you can use placeholders. You can convert values to float, or you can use typecasting, that is the typecasting, and using output formatting. Next, the Python program to add two numbers taking input from the user. It is the same program except that num1 and num2 are taken from the user. So all these statements are same except that we will accept the input from the user. So let's try this. I hope you are following and also noting it down in your copies for practicing later. You can practice them on your interpreter. Let's copy this and paste it here. Except that it is with user input. So taking user input, we are going to make this program. So now one is equal to input, enter the first number, and then num2 is equal to input, enter the second number, input, enter the second number. Now we find the sum, that is add the two numbers. Okay, so sum is equal to float num plus float num2. You might guess that we are using input statement only, so that num1 and num2 will have string values. So we need to convert them into float. That is what we have done in the last example, but actually there is no need to do this in the last example because num1 and num2 are already floating point values. So sum is equal to float num1 plus float num2. The values of num1 and num2 which are uh, considered as string, which are taken as string by the input functions, are to be converted into float, and then the sum is to be found. Display the sum. So again the same statement can be used as in the last case. We are using placeholders and the values. So after executing, we will see. Okay, so let's give the same values which we have given in the previous example, 1.5 and 6.3, and let's see what output. Okay, it is the same output which we have got in the last example. So this is an example in which we are taking values from the user and also using typecasting and the value of placeholders. So the input function that takes number 1 and number 2 as string had to be converted into float, and placeholders are used here. Now next is to find the square root of a number using exponentiation operator. So what is exponentiation operator? For example, if you want to find 2 raised to power 5, then this double star or double asterisk, that is the exponentiation operator. So we write 2 star star 5, that is 2 raised to power 5. So first of all we have to make a program to find the square root using exponentiation operator. How can you do that? Let's see. So exponentiation, as you know, that if you raise any number to the power zero point 0.5, then that becomes a square root. So to find the square root, you need to raise the number to 0 0.5. So if you want to find the square root of 2, then you can write 2 star star 0.5. So this is the program to find the square root of a given number using exponentiation operator. Let's take a number. NUM is equal to float. There's no need to, you can input int input. Okay, so we are taking the integer number. Okay, later on we can try for float and complex numbers also. So int input, enter a number. Oh, program is not yet completed. So num underscore sqrt is equal to num star star 0.5, that I told you that if you raise anything to the power 0.5, that becomes a square root. Print square root of number is num underscore sqrt. So here also you can, if you like, you can use placeholders for writing the square root. That is a good habit of writing the output. Comma is, again you have to use the format function. So 0 and 1. So at 0 position you have to write num, and at the first position you need to write num sqrt, num comma num sqrt. So let's execute this. The first value, now the square root of 16 is 4, so we'll try with 16. That gives 4.0 because the program runs correctly. And you have seen various concepts. For example, we have used the exponentiation operator in this. Now we have learned about math module, and also we have seen that there is an sqrt function in math. So let's try it with math module and using the sqrt function within the math module. So you have seen how to use a module. For using a module, you have to use the import statement. So import math, import math. So you have to include that hash. Or there's a second way we have studied, from math import sqrt, that is for importing a specific function from the math module. Or the third one is from math import star, that is also same as import math. So either of the three forms you can use, because we will see what is the difference between these different forms, and we will try each one of them in this example. Now see, I have typed the program for you and I have executed also. You can find out why it is creating a problem. It is creating a problem because we haven't included the module name .sqrt num. So because the namespace are different, you have to specify the name of the module also along with the function. So again we will try with the same value 16, and after executing we find that it is 4.0. So make this correction that you need to write mat.sqrt because we have included the imported the math file. Now in order to overcome the problem, we don't need to use the module name.sqrt. If we write from math import sqrt, if we import that function, then also it is executing, it is the same as the last one. But here if we write star in place of sqrt, then also all the functions are imported and we get the same output in this case also. Now we can remove this math.sqrt if we are using from math import sqrt. So this math can be removed, and after execution we'll find that 16 the same output is generated. That is, if you're using from math import sqrt, then you don't need to use the module name dot function name. Otherwise, in the first case, you have to use that. So now is the last program to calculate the area of a triangle. So we are going to use the Heron's formula because its sides are given. So for right angle triangle, you know that if the base and altitude are given, you can find the area of that triangle by using half into base into altitude or height. But here in this case, we have been given the sides, so we have to use the Heron's formula in which we will calculate the value of s, and also we have to use a function called square root because we need to find out the square root of s into s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. So that formula to be used if sides are given. Okay, so we are not considering it for right angle triangle. We are writing the program for. So this is the program, and we have executed the program. From math import sqrt, we are taking the value of a, b, c, input from the user, s is equal to a plus b plus c by 2, and we have calculated by Heron's formula. There is nothing in this, only the input has to be taken and the formulas to be applied. So we have seen all the examples which was our aim of understanding the various concepts we have seen, and I hope you have thoroughly understood. So here was the list of programs which we have done, and you can also try them by yourself, and you must try them. So thank you.